Usually I would go straight through there and then head on down into the canyon, but what I'm going to do is head through here, which is pretty damn cool. Hello, Ryan here, aka Ari Rath, and welcome back to, I suppose, day 2 of the Zero to Hero, or the hardcore Zero to Hero, where we start without a functioning ship. So I've got a cutter, I don't have any components or weapons or missiles for it, and I need to somehow put together cash to kind of buy those components to make it flyable. Now, when we left off, I was just scouring Lorville, trying to find medical gowns and anything left by players so that I could sell them and start earning cash, basically, to buy a certain set path that I'm trying to go to, which is renting a Cyclone, getting an armor suit with a backpack, a mining attachment and a multi-tool, and heading to a cave close by and trying to mine what I can. There is also, let me just stand up, there is also a derelict outpost, or a settlement where there's NPCs very close by. They are located about 11 kilometers behind the CDB from here. But I have been hopping in every other day, sort of every now and again whenever I get time, just scouring Lorville. Different servers, I suppose. It might be different servers or different times anyway of the week. Just seeing what there is to loot. And I've come across quite a lot of interesting stuff. Those two are from my cutter. I can't get rid of them for some reason. They're the missile racks. What I'll do is I'll just leave them there for now until I find a way to either sell them and then send that money away, or see what they're worth and then earn the cash in UEC and then sending that away before sort of attaching them. But they're there for now. So I've got my helmet, I've got my spacesuit, I've got my pistol that my grandfather left. I've got some food, and I'm going to be needing it soon because I'm getting hungry. I found a custodian magazine with 28 out, well, half full. Got to keep hold of that. You never know when it might come in handy. And then all of this other stuff I have found. So there's a lot of medical gowns. I even found Dollarvine and an Odyssey helmet, which is worth, I think, 500, maybe 700. I can't remember now. So that's a good find. These two are worth 130 each. I don't know where I can sell them. They're not buying them here at the TDD, though, unfortunately. A load of bottles. That's worth about... an empty Hemazal pen is worth about 54 UEC. The loons I can't sell, it seems. But what I'll do is I'll head to Tammany & Sons, and sell what I've found, and then I will run through the plan. Now, thankfully, it is night time, and I think the sun is slowly on its way up, which is ideal, really, because when I go out on this mining expedition, I want to make the most out of the day and out of the rental. I don't want to be traveling on the ground in a Cyclone to the cave in the dark. I've tried it a few times on other accounts, and it's difficult to find it. So I need to maximize that daylight and see what we can do. Right now, I have 1,221. It'll be interesting to see how much I get for all this crap. So bear with me, we'll be there in a sec. But before we do get to Tammany & Sons, if I show you this on the commodity kiosk. Now, these are the loons, which I think you can... Oh, wait, I can sell them. No, that's Dollarvine. Okay, so Dollarvine, as I say, 130 each, 260. That's a good start. Now, unfortunately, the loons, I believe, are seen as illicit goods in Lorville, so they don't buy them. I think there's certain fruits and certain things that they do buy, they don't buy, purely because Lorville are very strict. Did they actually sell? Yes, they did. Good. They're very strict on their policies of what is legal and illegal or illicit, and yeah. I don't think they buy loons, so we're going to have to find a better place to sell them. Let me just have something to eat. My Ari's getting pretty hungry. I'll need something to drink as well. I don't think that snack really even touch the surface or scrape the sides. If you want to check your statistics, you know, your blood drug level, your liquids and food, you just hold down the F key and then right click and it'll bring up the scroll wheel, but you have all the information down here as well. It didn't do anything, so I'll have to buy something else. Right, let's see what we can earn. I'll do this, I won't do this all straight here for you all to watch because it might take a while, but we've got a lot of stuff here. 45 for all the gowns, lots of gowns. 2 of the Horizon white helmets, a beacon undersuit, 30 each. They're mine. I'm going to keep hold of those and not sell them. This is worth 730, which is very nice. That's going to top me up nicely. The Hemazal, empty Hemazal pen is worth 53 here, or 54 at the medical centre, the Maria Pure of Hearts. We've got 2 for all these bottles, 1 for those ones. These Vestal waters say 0, but you do get 1 per sale. It just doesn't show it. But I'll go ahead and sell these off camera, so you're not having to sit through it all. And then we'll see what our wallet is at, and figure out what we need and how much it's going to cost, and see what the next step is. So I'll be back in a second. Boop. So while I was going through and selling everything was going fine. And then I think I got down to selling a few of these cruise bottles. I think I had about 3 left, or maybe 4. And then everything popped back in again, which is not good, because then you can exploit this whole process of selling and it'll just keep bringing it back in. So I'm just going to wait for this to kind of rectify itself. I may need to log out and log back in again just to kind of allow that to update. We are at 3,000 now. I didn't double sell anything, though. I did make sure that I wasn't doing that. But yeah, until this gets updated, I don't want to keep selling in case I double sell things. But we got, I think, the vast majority of it sold. It's just down to bottles now. But we are getting close to the total we need. What I'll do is, while I'm waiting, I'll toll up how much I'm going to need for an armor suit, or a chest piece, a light chest piece, a backpack, a multi-tool, a tractor beam, potentially, and a mining attachment, and the rental of the Cyclone, which is about 500 and something. So I'll toll that up now, and then see what we're looking at. So there we go. After going to a different server, well, I actually went and had lunch, came back. It is now working as intended, and everything is sold, barring the flight suit, helmet, and magazine for the Custodian. And I'm up to 3,070, which is not the full amount I need. I think in order to get everything that I want, I need to be pulling in 4,700. So I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time scouring the halls. What I will do, though, is I will buy the bits that I need right now. You've got this, which is 67,000 personal storage units, whereas that actually only has 4, and it's 100 more. So I think it is actually a better idea to go for something like that. I think actually, this one, 9,000. Oh, wait, I see. Well, it's still a lot more, 4 to 9, so I will... Oh, there's that one. That's also 9,000. Okay, we're starting to look a bit further into it. These you get 9. I think that's quite a nice one in white. So I'll pick that up, 1.7. Where are we looking here? By 1,780, which is a huge cut, but it gives me storage capacity. I also need a backpack. I don't think I can afford a backpack right now. No, just shy. But it'll have to be this one, a light one, which isn't great because you can only hold a limited amount of storage, but everything else is so much more out of reach in terms of price. So I can work towards that. And then here we can go personal weapons. We can buy a multi-tool. I will need a multi-tool anyway. So let's get that. That leaves us with 800. And then bare minimum, I would like to have a mining attachment. So I'm going to buy that first. And then the rest will probably have to wait. I'll leave myself that much. I will just get some arc light pistol ammunition just for the sake of having some. Because you never know. And it's cheap anyway. So yeah, next to buy is a backpack and the tractor beam attachment, which is this for 320. Oh, that's a lot cheaper than I thought it was. Okay, I didn't realize. I thought it was 375 for one of them. And hopefully we can find ourselves the extra, and then we've got to rent the Cyclone, but I need it to be daytime to do that. I would rather wait. I think the sun's just about to rise. It's maybe about 40 minutes to an hour off before the sun rises. So I'm going to scour the Lawville cityscape again, see if I can find anything worth selling. Try and earn enough so that when the sun does rise, we have enough to crack on with. I'm actually quite nervous about this trip in the Cyclone. It can go either way, and obviously if we are subject to a 30k, then there's nothing much we can do about that. Hopefully I will retain everything my character has. But of course the Cyclone, any progress we make in getting to the location will be gone. But there's nothing I can do. Right, let me crack on, seeing if I can find anything more to sell, and I will be back once we have enough cash. And we are at the morning of Lawville. Oh, there's a medical gown. Anyway, back in 2 minutes. So, I just found, I think it was another 19 medical gowns, which I have sold now. I actually skipped to a US server, and now we're topped up to 1,500. And I'm going to buy a backpack. Is it in armor? I think it is, yeah. So I'm going to go with this one, 1.3, which will leave us with 236. Now, in order to rent a Cyclone, we need 560. So we're not that far off. And I think we will be able to find the rest of that pretty soon, just by scouring around again. Trouble is, the daylight is going quick. It is daytime right now, but there isn't that much of it. So it may need, I might need to just wait around for the night to transition. Well, once it's gone to night, wait for that to transition back to daytime, just to, as I say, maximize the rental, and also keep me as safe as possible. If I can set out in the Cyclone almost at the break of dawn, once the sun is lighting the landscape, then we will have a much easier time, and a longer time mining as well. So, let me see if I can find the rest of these bits. There's one, right there, excellent. And hopefully we can set out pretty soonish. So, I just hopped into an Australian server, managed to find this undersuit and these boxes. Not actually sure what these are. These are the all the Luminalia clothing. I don't know if these are actually worth anything. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to take them all and hope that I can sell them. We are so close to being able to afford to get the Cyclone and then go on that little adventure. But there's still a little bit more cash needed. Not a lot, but hopefully all this server hopping, which I realise is not an optimal idea, and I don't expect anyone else to do it, but for me, I was getting impatient, and I just wanted to find new things, because the server I was on, I think I'd been on it for quite a while, multiple times, and I picked it clean. So what are we on? 2? Let's go to 3. But yeah, we were getting some interesting things. Someone getting rid of their sub stuff, they don't like it. I'll take it and hopefully sell it. I'll come back when it's time to sell, or if I find anything else interesting, and we'll see what we can get for it all. Tell you what, these hospitals are low-key gold mines. Now, obviously, these are just going to be the Horizon and Beacon things, but still, 30 apiece, then 45. It's amazing what you find lying around. And I'm doing my part to clean up the server. So, this should get us the amount we need for the Cyclone. And hopefully a tractor beam as well, just in case I come across a ship that's got a dud power plant. Well, not a dud power plant, but a ship that I can take the power plant from. That would then give me the tools I need for my own ship. It's looking like night time's on the way, though, so it's probably not a good idea to set out anytime soon and wait for daylight to come around again. But I think we have the amount we need. Let's go sell it and find out. Right, so we've just found a few more of the medical gowns. I also found some boots as well, so hopefully we can sell them. So I'm going to get on with selling these. Let's just see. We found quite a few. 120 for the boots. That isn't bad. Should have checked to see how much the boots are that I'm wearing. Swap them over if they're worth it. They're all worth 30. Lots of bottles. Looks like I can't sell that Luminalia clothing though. I'm not sure why. I guess it's sub-flare. Maybe you can't get money for that. Anyway, I'll go ahead and sell these medical gowns. There's quite a few of them. And you can't sell them in bulk, unfortunately. But I will... Okay, I thought we were going a bit skew-if there. But I'll be back soon. We should have enough here to do what we need to do. We just need daylight to come along. And that's the last one of the Vestil, which gives me 1. Don't even know if it's really worth it. But we've managed to scrape together another 1,400 almost. What I'm going to do is buy a tractor beam, because they are going to be very handy. I wanted one, but I wasn't sure if I'd have enough. As I do, I'm going to get one, because if I do come across a vehicle that I can scavenge some pieces out of, either a cooler, power plant for my cutter, or just stuff that I can sell. I don't know, maybe I'll be able to stick it in the back of the Cyclone. There's a few little bits around here. I'm going to leave them for now, because I don't actually need them for what I need to do next. But I'm going to go to Spaceport. Oh, these are actually the full bottles that I popped aside, because I couldn't tell which ones were which. So I'm going to take these, because in fact, I do need to get some MREs, because this trip is probably going to take a little while, and I want to make sure that I've got enough resources to see me through. So, but yeah, that's basically, let me get dressed. This is basically the outfit for the trip. We've got that. We have the multi-tool with... let me stick these in the backpack, I think. Just once it's caught up. I'll equip these. Oh, I need a medical pen as well. And I'll put these two in the backpack so that I've got them. Or maybe even in my thing down here, so that I can fill my backpack with minables. And fingers crossed, I can't seem to sell those. Fingers crossed, we can fill this with minables, and maybe even fill the Cyclone with minables. I think it does have a personal inventory. Afternoon. So I could transfer them from my backpack to the vehicle. Oh, hello. And then... Sorry, this is worth 53. I'm going to take that. And then sell them, you know, fill up my backpack again. But that does leave it dangerous for a 30k. So we'll see. I'll see how I feel about that. Let me just sell that. Right, now it's just a case of waiting for the daylight to come along. And then we can head out on our epic journey on the ground to get to the cave. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I need to do it in daylight, otherwise I just need to give myself the best chance possible, really. Right, let's wait for daylight. So, the time has come. It's not the best time to be doing this, but due to real-world time constraints, I cannot be waiting for the perfect opportunity for the sun to rise. So I'm going to rent it for a day. This is the Cyclone. And the sun is on its way down, so we've got to be relatively quick. Because if I can get the majority of the way to the cave in the daylight, then we should be alright. As I say, we've only got maybe 20 minutes left of actual sun, or lighting, natural lighting. So I'm hoping I can do it. I know the way, generally, it does make it a lot harder in the dark, especially as you're bumping into things all the time. But I think we can do it. I think we can get to the cave, spend a bit of time mining, and then head on back. Heading back isn't going to be too much of a problem, because you cannot miss Lawville. It's huge. and finding the gate shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I know the route, you know, I've figured it out, so let's try it. Anyway, I'll head to the gates, get the Cyclone, and then you can rejoin me there. Right, so we've got the Cyclone just being delivered. Now, supplies-wise, I've got a calomel bar, which has 20 nutritional rating, 60 nutritional rating for these ready meals. I've got some blue bilver as well, because it's got an NDR of 23 and a hydration efficacy index of 10. So it will be a very good... I've got 5 of these, and then a couple of bottles of water, and those 2 mining and tractor beam attachments to go with. It should be enough. I shouldn't have any problems with this. The sun is dropping quick, so there is a little slight bit of regret of doing this now, but the problem is, as I say, with real life constraints, I cannot just put off waiting for the sun to be at the perfect spot. I have to just take it when I can, and this really is the best option right now. So let's go and check out the Cyclone. Oh boy, the sun is going down fast. It's over there, just dropping. Now the good thing about the Cyclone is it has an inventory of 100,000 micro, which is twice as much as the backpack. So technically, I could fill up this backpack and then fill up the Cyclone. So we may have a good opportunity here. Oh boy, the sun is really low. Let's get burning. It is over this direction. This may take a little while, but we will hopefully get there in one piece. All we can do is try. Right, wish me luck. Now, one of the cool things about going out on foot, or being restricted to a ground vehicle, is that you do see some pretty cool locations, this being one of them. This is just a bit further on from where the gate is, to the right-hand side. Now, usually I would go straight through there and then head on down into the canyon, but what I'm going to do is head through here, which is pretty damn cool. I don't know what it's supposed to be or what the intention is here, but as a location on the outskirts of Lawville, I am pretty impressed with it. Great place for doing some dodgy gang deals where nobody's around to watch you. And I think once they bring in proper customs and smuggling, you know, items into cities and whatnot, this will be a great meeting place. But yeah, I'll carry on. We're actually making good time. There's a long way to go still, but we are making good time. Okay, I think we're coming to the mine now, which, if I've gone in the right direction, the slope won't be so dramatic. Ooh. There is a section where it's almost layered or tiered down into the mine rather than it being practically a sheer drop, which I would certainly prefer. The smoother ride down. Also, it is me trying to find a way to get back out again, because I don't want to have to tackle these slopes when I've got a whole load of minables. I want to get out and get back to Lawville as soon as possible, and this looks like the exact slope I was aiming for. We have just seen someone fly by. They didn't stop, they didn't interact. I think they must have been on their way to Lawville, which is good. There is also, which is another day to hit up, a derelict outpost just off in that direction somewhere. very close by to Lawville, and I've not had any missions taking me to it, so it's more of a, once you find the location, you can go to it yourself for whatever reason. I think one of the good ways of making cash in the current build is to hit up these derelict outposts, because you can... Oh, hang on, this looks like a sheer drop. Because you can take on the Ninetails, provided the server's alright, they're not. You know, and you're somewhat capable at FPS. I wouldn't recommend it otherwise, but you can collect their armor, loot them, find gems, mineable gems, or mined gems and whatnot, and items to loot and sell. You can make quite a bit of money from it. Not to mention, when that cutlass comes in, if you kill the occupants, you can destroy the cutlass and then get paid for it, collect all the weapons and whatnot and sell them. We did that the other day. So I think we're practically on the bed of this mine, and it's somewhere up here. Now, the slopes are nasty to get up to it. There is somewhat of a path, but I think it's blocked. Ooh. I think it's more blocked than anything. Let's have a look, do a scan. Yeah, somewhere up there. Now, the question is, can we tackle this slope? It'll be great when we get these all-terrain style vehicles. I think that's going to be cool if we can have something... I mean, we kind of have them already, I guess, with the Cyclone and whatnot, but it'd be even cooler to have, like, purpose-designed four-wheel off-roaders. Although I think I am just perfectly describing a Cyclone there. I think it's a little further up, you know. This is the problem with coming at night, is you could be literally next to it. But I do believe it is on... Let's head up here. I believe it's close to the top. That might be it over there. Or it might be the minables. Kind of head towards that, see if that will get us. Oh, there actually, there's no geometry to those rocks. That's good. Oh, there is to that one. It's a bit hit or miss on some of these. Oh, no, 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 don't lose it. Bit touch and go. Come on, forwards, forwards. If I can get momentum, we might be able to... Oh boy. Scrap that. We've lost momentum, we're off down. What I might do is get out and see if I can find it on foot, because it is a lot easier to maneuver on foot than it is in a vehicle like that. I think it's just a bit further up. I wonder if I can get up this hill. So, turns out I should have heeded my own advice and just waited until the daylight, because now I am injured. Karga, the guy coming to help me, is 38 million kilometers away, which seems like a bad choice. Yeah, should have waited till the daytime. We'll see what happens with this. I won't leave you waiting for an hour and 28, or however long it takes them to get here. We'll see if he contacts me as well. But yeah, we'll see how this goes.